Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of November 2nd, 2020. Every week, we chat about the things parents are talking about, complaining about, and obsessing about right now. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hi there.
This week, we are complaining about negative feedback and obsessing about toys for parents. We're also taking a couple of breaks for an entertainment discussion and a recommendation roundup. Today, we're talking about how parents are Zoom bombing their kids' virtual classes. I saw this delightful story on the Wall Street Journal about parents who are involving themselves in their children's online classes to a degree that the teacher has to say, stop that. And I laugh because that would totally have been me. I would have selected online learning for the purpose of sitting there and watching everything. You get to watch everything that happens in the classroom. This is like a dream. This is like the thing I want to put a hidden camera on my kids so I see what happens. And here, it's in my house. It's right there. It's in the open space. It's in public space. Why can't I just kind of sit down right behind them and go, what was that? So, there's problems of parents sitting next to their kid and helping their kid or prompting their kid or doing the kid's work for them. And then there was also a parent who felt empowered to point out to the teacher that there was a kid in the actual classroom who was not wearing a mask. So it's, Miss So-and-so, Joey is not wearing his mask. I love it. That I say either exaltedly or shamedly, that would have been me. Teachers would have hated it. Teachers would have said, please bring your child to school. I will go there specifically to lock you out of the building. How about you guys? Do you Catherine, do you ever, mosey on in to hear what your son is learning in a class, or do you involve yourself in it in that way at all? Would you have when your kids were younger? Come on.
I mean, I can see that when they were younger, I might have had to in some sense. I mean, they mentioned this in the article. It's like a catch-22 for the teachers because the parents have to, in some cases, log the kid on or, provide technical support. Or if the kid can't read, then they really have to be involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a high school sophomore, I definitely am not invited or welcome to any, the farthest I go is, the daily nagging, it's 8:13, you have to be logged in 3 minutes,
You never want to set him up in the living room so you can look over his shoulder?
Oh, he would not go for that at all.
I don't know. Can you shadow log in somehow and
right.
Share screen?
I mean, I could just do it the old-fashioned way and listen outside the door.
I would do that. I am not above that, I admit.
Yes, if you listen carefully, podcast listeners, maybe you'll hear the choir class happening next door to me.
My son, when he was in school, had an IEP mandated paraprofessional. What happens to that mandate?
Yeah.
Does the paraprofessional come to my house for the online learning? Or do I just volunteer to fill that function? That's okay. I'll sit next to him and prompt him to pay attention.
Uh-huh.
And then you don't even have to worry about the paraprofessional reporting to his mom because his mom is the paraprofessional. Yes.
And the paraprofessional is out of a job.
I know. I wonder what happens in those cases because, one way or the other, when he was little, he would have needed somebody sitting right next to him.
Right.
Right.
So,
I think that would have been you then.
It could have been me. Oh, well. Too late now.
Very pleased to be that person.
But talk about how many times I've logged into the HR page of his new job and looked at his schedule and his pay stubs and all that stuff. So it never really goes away, people. How about you, Nicole? From a parent when your kids were younger, would you have done that? And as a teacher, how much would you have hated parents doing that?
Well, I totally would have done it, of course.
My sister.
But as a teacher, oh my goodness, I wouldn't be able to stand it. I'm in a situation now where I get to talk to regularly. I'm talking to classroom teachers and just being able to hear their stories, which is really interesting. And it just makes it really challenging because you're already in a fishbowl when you're a teacher.
Yeah.
And so this makes it even more intense. So yeah, I totally empathize because, from, like I said, from a teaching perspective, yeah, there's just no, I don't know. I don't know why parents are so, nervous about things, but then I would have been too. So it's just such a, I don't have an answer for that, honestly, because the parent side of me would be like, not like the whole day or anything, but I'd be just like checking in, seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
Probably more from a teacher perspective too, like how's he teaching or what's she doing? And is this effective? And not so much for my daughter, but yeah. And then, like I said, like now, I mean, I know teachers are really reluctant to send or to create assignments for kids because they just, parents are going to do them or help with them or, it's hard to, or you get the parent that is sitting just off to the left of the camera.
Right.
They're giving the child the answers. And so it's not a fair representation of school, that's for sure, in many ways. So unless, of course, I mean, I remember when I taught kindergarten and grade 1, and I would have parents standing outside and peering in the window.
Oh my.
Those first few weeks of school.
This is one of the reasons why my daughter stopped teaching Learn to Skate, because they had her teaching like 3 and 4-year-olds how to skate.
Yeah.
And, the parents were hovering like crazy.
Yeah.
And she was like, she just couldn't stand being watched like that.
Yeah.
Because you know how hard it is to teach a 3-year-old to ice skate.
Yeah, exactly.
You spend the whole entire class just picking them up and setting them back on their feet. So
yeah,
they need to do that over Zoom. So the parent is the one holding the kid up, and the teacher is just saying, "Okay, now, Sally, put your left foot forward."
Right.
She might have done better if she got to virtual teach skating instead of in person.
Yeah. I don't know.
Then you have the other Zoom bombing possibility of a parent forgetting that there's a camera on and doing things in the background that perhaps have to be seen by the entire class.
Mm-hmm. That happens too. I
have heard tell of those situations, and probably that would have been me too. Although I would have been sitting with my kids, so. But you forget. I mean, your kid's at a computer at the dining room table in your house. You forget that they're live, so to speak. And life just kind of goes on around.
Yeah.
That could be a problem. I wonder how many classrooms are disrupted by barking dogs.
Like podcasts are so often.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, mine's sleeping right now. Everybody you don't want to jinx it.
Or just somebody shouts something from one bedroom to the other bedroom.
It's endless.
Everybody can hear it. Because in our house.
Stories I hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mute your microphone. Mute your microphone. It's a constant common phrase, but yeah, it's really challenging, I think, especially in, certain situations. But I just have I'm on both sides of the fence. I just have
I don't think I would want to Zoom myself into my kid's classroom like every day for an entire school year, but for like a week or so, it'd be so much fun. I would really love to see it. And then it would get old.
I think a lot of it too is not so much about like how their child is doing, but I think a lot of parents are curious as to how their child compares.
Yes.
So I think a lot of, there's a lot of that going on too, of sort of, oh, okay, so-and-so's reading like that. oh, okay.
Isn't there like a
so
whole
doing this.
hornet's nest of privacy with kids with disabilities?
Unbelievable.
To have people who are not authorized to be in the classroom being able to watch.
Although there is, I know that like the way that I've seen it is where they're in session, doing like whole class activities on Zoom, and then then there's a break, and then kids go off into different breakout rooms to do various things. So, but I guess, if your child is in a breakout room with another child, that might be an issue.
Yeah.
But
I just wouldn't want other parents to see how my kid is making it through the day. They say, why is my kid in a class with that kid? That kid can't sit still and that kid can't pay attention. My kid is doing much better. I just see, I have a friend who teaches or is a paraprofessional in a special ed classroom, and their school is doing every other day for most kids, but the special ed kids are in school every day. And I wonder if this is part of the reason. We just don't want to deal with those moms. Wise choice.
It is tough. As we have discussed several times on this podcast.
And will, I'm sure, continue.
Right. Because there's no good answers. So.
Yes. And no end in sight.
That's right. No end in sight. But that'll be the end for today. For round 1, tune in tomorrow for our entertainment-themed round 2, and later in the week to find out what we're complaining about, obsessing about, and recommending right now. We're always interested in what you have to say, so drop us a comment on our website, our Facebook page, or Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.